KKR।
लगातार 6 अवे गेम्स खेलने के बाद घर वापसी थोड़ी मिक्स्ड रही है हमारे नाइट राइडर्स के लिए। कैप्टन गौतम गंभीर का थोड़ा वरिड होना जायज है, खासकर ये पिछले सीजन में जो हुआ उसके बाद। इस साल 10 मैचों के बाद केकेआर है 12 पॉइंट्स पर। पिछले साल 10 मैचों के बाद केकेआर थी 11 पॉइंट्स पर और प्लेऑफ्स में जगह बनाने में नाकामयाब रहे।
Last year, we thought that we were always there in the race to make it to a playoff, and suddenly at the last moment, we couldn't qualify for the playoff. What had happened in 2015, maybe that's a massive lesson going in 2016. So hopefully we can try and rectify that mistake coming this season.
केकेआर की वरी नंबर 1 है मनीष पांडे का फॉर्म। मनीष पांडे वेंट आउट ऑफ द टीम बिकॉज ऑफ चिकन पॉक्स और टीम में लौटने के बाद ही हैज स्कोर्ड 8 and 0. KKR चाहेंगे that the crucial batsman at number 3 gets back into form. टीम के स्पिनर सुनील नारायण भी लास्ट 2 मैचों में इंजरी की वजह से बाहर रहे और उनका टीम में लौटना बेहद इंपॉर्टेंट होगा। अगले 4 मैचों में से 3 घर पर हैं और 3 स्पिन फ्रेंडली विकेट पर। लेकिन विकेट कैसी भी हो, कप्तान स्पिन को ताकत मानते हैं।
Quality spinner is a quality spinner. A quality spinner will bowl well on any surface. And I've always been saying that if you want to win a tournament, you can't just be dependent on surfaces. If you want to be a champion side in the tournament, you should be able to adapt to every situation and every condition. And if we are looking to win this tournament, obviously our spinners, our batters, our bowlers needs to bowl on any kind of surface which are given to us.
प्लेइंग 11 में फाइनली कौन होता है ये तो पिच रिपोर्ट के बाद ही पता चलेगा। लेकिन कप्तान की कोशिश सिर्फ प्लेऑफ्स में जगह बनाने की नहीं बल्कि टेबल टॉप करने की होनी चाहिए।
It's a business end of the IPL. यहाँ से हर मैच की इंपॉर्टेंस के बारे में प्लेयर्स के साथ साथ आप फैंस को भी पता है। भाई आप फैंस की टीम है कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स और आप फैंस का शो है नाइट क्लब, जहां आज के मुकाबले की बातचीत करने के साथ साथ we'll show you a lot of behind the scenes exclusive stuff which you will not find anywhere else. But who's my guest on the show? Someone extremely special. एक ऐसे शख्स जिन्हें पता है what it is to be a knight. Someone who's of course been part of this brigade. Someone who during his playing days was quite lethal.
It is top class fast bowling. This is a man on a mission, Brett Lee. Oh, what a delivery. Boy. Beautiful stuff from Brett Lee.
Yes, you got that right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to put on your pads, chest pad, thigh pad, helmet, put everything out because although he's not playing anymore, but he can still be quite lethal. Brett Lee, welcome to Night Club.
Nice to be back in the nightclub. How are you?
Good. Welcome back to India as well. It's a country, of course, that you love so much. How is it being back here and, of course, looking ahead to a very interesting phase in the IPL? Almost 6 teams in the race for the playoffs.
Yeah, look, it's fantastic back in India. I love being over here. I think everyone knows that. We are in the business end or the pointy end of the IPL now. So this is where the teams are all jostling to see who gets in that top 4, who will then make the semis and the finals. So it's an exciting time, and a couple of teams are just starting to make a few late moves right now.
The best thing about having you on Night Club is, Brett, you know what it took for Kolkata Knight Riders to turn into an IPL winning franchise roughly around 2012. What are the 3 things they need to do so they don't repeat what happened last year where they missed out on a playoff berth?
I think what KKR do very well is they are consistent. So when they're not being consistent, you see them fall towards the bottom end of the table. What they did, and when I was a part of it, when we won it, we were very consistent. We had a great, top 6. We had a great, sort of middle order. But the back end, and see guys hitting, deep runs lower the sort of back end of the order, getting all their wickets too. But I think consistency is probably the word to use there, and they haven't been consistent enough this tournament.
There are quite a few other factors which we will talk about in detail, but we're looking at Kolkata Knight Riders. I mean, they would of course want to get these points. So if we've got someone lethal, our love for Aussie remains on the show. But even Kolkata Knight Riders, they've got a love for things which are Aussie and things which could be quite wild. Of course, they've drafted in someone who's known as the Wild Thing.
feels good. To come to a different franchise is a good experience. I feel fit and healthy, and I got called up to the Australian side, now back in the IPL. So two things I never thought I was maybe going to do again. So I'm very happy. We've got some pretty good bowlers in the squad, and some good fast bowlers. Morkel and Russell, being two overseas players. So there's a lot of experience here.
Sean Tate coming in as a new recruit with 4 matches to go in the league season. Well, KKR would be hoping that 6 matches to go in their pursuit for their 3rd IPL title. But let's have a look at his numbers, Brett, because we saw Sean Tate play for the Hobart Hurricanes, 8 matches, 10 wickets, an economy under 8. You've played a lot alongside Sean Tate. He's coming back to the IPL after a bit of a hiatus. What does he bring to the table, and why Kolkata Knight Riders felt the need to draft him in?
Well, he brings pace, and it's hard to go past pace. The wild thing, when he's unleashed, I tell you what, with that slingy action, he's very, very hard to bat against. But, you see there with what he's done over the last few years, he's
2012 was the last time he played all the seasons for Rajasthan Royals, but even there we see the number of matches kept going down, and after 2012, he hasn't been part of the IPL.
Yeah, look, he's had a few injuries with his elbow and a few issues with getting and probably staying on the park. When he's fit and when he's firing, he's one of the world's greatest to watch. He's super quick. He's bowled over the 160 barrier. Serious pace, but he's had a few issues with his elbow. We hope he gets it right. But I tell you what, as a captain, to have him in the starting 11 is a massive bonus.
What's his attitude like? When you talk about fast bowlers, you talk about attitude. Now, of course, he'll have Wasim Akram in that dugout as well. What's his attitude like?
He's probably the only guy that hasn't got that white line fever. Just walks up, g'day mate, how you going? Yeah, we'll bowl today, and we'll sling a few down. Pretty chilled out. He's a relaxed character. He's known as a bit of a country boy. One of the world's best blokes, and he gets on so well. I think he's either married or he's engaged to an Indian lady, so he knows the culture very, very well. Yeah. Loves it over here.
Yeah, I can spot him in Bombay quite a few times. He loves India as well. Sean Tate coming in, and why it probably makes it even more important for them is because we look at some numbers. For Kolkata Knight Riders, there has been one change in their performance this time, and that is, right, the pacers who've done much better than the spinners. We're looking at an average which is better than spinners. The economy, of course, spinners pipping them there, but strike rate, almost every 18 balls picking up a wicket. Andre Russell has been their go-to man. Any particular reason you've seen for that?
I'm just trying to adjust my eyes. Am I seeing things clearly? Is it pace getting more wickets than spin? That's great to see. I think on that particular wicket, if you bowl straight and you bowl full and you bowl to death and you contain the runs, then pace does quite well there. But it's great to see the quicks getting a few wickets.
Well, now they're getting back to the Eden Gardens, a ground which was once their fortress, but they haven't had the best season at home. Now with 4 games to go, they play 3 at this venue, so it's only right that we continue talking about pace. But let's have a look at the 4 foreign options that Kolkata Knight Riders could go in with. Now, Andre Russell, Dre Russ, Muscle Russell, he picks himself up, so we've got him as a certainty.
He's locked in.
He's locked in. He's done enough to be locked in. Now, what about the others? We're putting all the options in front of you. There's Shakib, there's Morne Morkel, you've got, of course, Sunil Narayan, who slots in, and you've got Brad Hawkes. So who are the other 3 that you'll go in with? Or you'll go in with Sean Tate?
Well, little Hoggy, I mean, he's about 45, 46 years of age. He just keeps, doing the business, doesn't he? You got him, you got Narayan, Dre Russ, as we said, is locked away. Morkel, or then you go with the wild thing, Sean Tate. I think they'll probably go, and I would unleash Sean Tate. I think that if you have Russell, Tate, Narayan, probably Morkel. I think to me that'd be the balanced side. For you. No, look, Shakib's a very good bowler, and he's done well with the bat too. That's the other thing. So you either play him and not play Sonny, or you bring him in. It's a tough one.
Okay, so you're going with Andre Russell, you're going with Morkel, you're going with Sean Tate and Narayan. So Narayan is going to play all the matches.
Narayan will play on my I just think that he's going to get better and better as the tournament goes on.
Okay, well, Brett, we've got to wait and watch, find out who are the foreign players who get a chance to play. But foreign players, भाई जब भी आप इंडिया आते हैं, cricket अपनी जगह, लेकिन उसी के साथ-साथ, what about the experience, the incredible experience that India is? Some of the Knights, they went to a similar experience called the Vedic Village. Let's find out what they were up to.
आज है दिन रेस्ट, रिकवरी और रिलैक्सेशन का, and for that purpose our Knights are headed to a place called the Vedic Village. Now this place is not only a spa, but there are tons of fun activities like bowling and archery, and our Knights are headed there with their families, which is going to double up the fun. Let's see how today goes.
also got our wives over here visiting India, and they're all loving hospitality here in Kolkata. So I want to thank all the people from Kolkata for making our families feel so welcome. Also, the treat that we had today, it was sensational. So Vedic Village, thanks very much for having us.
How was bowling and archery?
It was very good. Colin Munro and myself had a bit of a go. So it was the Kiwi versus the Aussie. He had 3 strikes, but the Aussie spirit came through and I won by 4.
Oh yay, high five!
High five.
अभी मैं थोड़ा relax में आया. Probably that's what players would be saying after this spa therapy. I've got someone who just mentioned I could have done with some spa right now, trying to kill all that jet lag.
Me too.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said. But Kolkata Knight Riders, the management, they take very good care of the players, isn't it?
They do. There's a lot of love at KKR. They've got a great support staff. They've got some wonderful people around the team. I reckon when Trevor Bayliss as head coach came in and he got the team together, and you know, you see like the little different groups, people that, you know, don't speak a lot of English, you know, a lot of Australian and South African players that don't know any Hindi. So Trevor Bayliss got everyone together and said, whether you want to have a cold water or a nice cold beer or a glass of red wine or something to eat like a curry, let's all get together and have a feed. Then all of a sudden, everyone started to get on and get to know each other's cultures. So I think he started that very well, and that was done, you know, definitely by Trevor Bayliss.
Well, they might be called the Knights, but they get treatment that is probably reserved for kings. And why not? भाई इतनी मेहनत करते हैं खिलाड़ी, थोड़ा टाइम मिले तो बहुत जरूरी है कि रिलैक्स किया जाए. लेकिन एक और अच्छी खबर सब कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स फैंस के लिए. मनीष पांडे is back in form. Yes? Well, that is exactly what their lawn cricket game suggested.
The KKR camp, and our Knights, being our Knights, are playing a game of cricket in the hotel lawns. What started off as fun has now become a pretty intense competition. Even the kids are getting involved. Let's see what they're up to. Is there someone you're rooting for?
I don't know what's going on here, just like a circus at the moment. So I'm still trying to work out what is the plan and I think what's happening here. But I'm a drinks boy.
Shot. You're missing a 12th man, and luckily you're here now. So you're the 12th man for today, and you've got the field as well. So be ready.
I'm in the team?
Yes, you are.
This has never happened before.
The teams are a little bit rigged by Abhishek and Sri, but yeah, we'll take the underdog status going into this game, that's for sure.
Colin told us that you very unfairly divided the teams, and we are the strong side now.
That was between Bob Woolmer, who's captain from coach Abhishek Singh, and the opposite captain was Raju. They split the teams, so I have nothing to do with it.
I'm not complaining, I'm on your side.
Yeah, but yeah.
Out! 44. They need 44 to win. 5 overs.
Who's been the surprising performer of the season?
I think it's been me. I think, you know, getting those crucial 15 runs in this 1 over, I think that was really important.
Well done, Manish Pandey. Of course, he had an unfortunate bout of chickenpox, was in good touch. But again, we continuously talk about these Indians who were slotted in that middle order. But while we talk about these youngsters who continue to shine, what about Yusuf Pathan? And he's had an incredible season, right? We're looking at someone who's been unbeaten in 6 out of the last 8 games that he's played. And in the last 5 overs, you look at the best strike rate, Yusuf Pathan, 190.3. And that's phenomenal, right?
Absolutely, and he's one of the biggest hitters that you see in world cricket. So when he gets it right, and I used to love his the way he went about his business. He was such a calm, collected player. But I tell you what, that 190, he gets off his seat and goes out there and smacks some big sixes.
Yeah, well, let's again talk about phases, because Yusuf Pathan, that's sort of the role that they expect of him, even if Shakib doesn't feature in your team, so that probably adds that responsibility. Power plays, he hardly gets to bat there really in the middle orders. He's strung together some very crucial partnerships, one with Andre Russell, but towards the end, 6 innings, 118 runs in the last 5, 190.32, and not dismissed even once. Isn't that an anomaly? A big hitter not being dismissed even once in the last 5 overs.
Well, exactly. I mean, it proves to me that he's hitting the ball out of the park, doesn't it? So it's impossible to catch a ball if you're in the crowd and, you know, and actually be out. So I would like him to come in a little bit earlier though, because I think if he is getting in towards the death there and hitting a lot of big sixes and scoring very quickly, get him up a little bit earlier so you can make that, 160, 170, turn that into a 190, 200.
We'll still continue to dish out the beats here on Night Club. We're pausing for just a moment. When we come back on the show, the questions that you wanted answers to from Brett Lee, we'll feature them. We'll ask him these questions in just a moment. KKR. स्वागत है आप सबका। आप देख रहे हैं नाइट क्लब, आपका अपना शो। बहुत बातचीत करी कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स, जिनका मुकाबला है राइजिंग पुणे सुपर जायंट्स से आज। लेकिन जब हमारे साथ एक नाइट मौजूद है तो उनसे कुछ यादें ताजा करवाते हैं। लेट्स हेड टुवर्ड्स वंस अपॉन अ नाइट। Someone who was loved by the media, loved by the fans, and he was interviewed almost on every possible occasion. तो चलिए चलते हैं, जब ब्रेट ली कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स के लिए खेलते थे, क्या कहा था उन्होंने उस समय, कुछ चीजें जिन पर हम आज रोशनी डालेंगे। शुरुआत करते हैं, क्या कहा था उन्होंने गौतम गंभीर के ऊपर।
A tough guy to play against, a very, very competitive guy on and off the field. He likes to get into a challenge, and I think that's really good about a cricketer. He always likes to confront the bowlers. I think that's important, that a person's got that X factor about him. And then playing with him in the same team, he's actually a very quiet guy. I actually thought he'd be a lot different than what he is. Very down to earth guy, very, very kind fella. But once he goes out in that cricket field, he transforms into this different human, and I think that's important.
Transforms into this different human. Gautam Gambhir, we always talk about that intensity. He's taken this team to new heights. Were you being a little polite there?
Well, what I was saying is that when Australia play India, he's full on. Like, he is like, we are like that. And I mean that in a nice way.
Yeah.
And you get to sit next to him in the shed before you go out and play in an IPL match. He's the world's best bloke. So I got to know him over that period of time. I've always respected him as a cricketer. Yeah. But he's a funny guy. He's actually quite funny.
He's a Delhi boy, of course.
Yeah.
And things have changed. The nights were here. Gautam Gambhir was here on this very set, and he was smiling. So it's good to see him smiling, and that intensity, which always rubs off on everyone. So like he said, top bloke, Gautam Gambhir. पर इंडिया आते जाते रहते हैं, इनके ताल्लुकात भारत से बहुत पुराने हैं। ब्रेट ली तो अपने ही हैं। तो आइए जानते हैं इनका क्या कहना था इंडिया और इंडिया से जो प्यार है।
First, from the cricket point of view, it's tough cricket, it's enjoyable cricket, but away from the great game of cricket is the people, their passion, their love for cricket. You've got close to 1.3 billion people. I mean, India increases the size of 22 million per year, which is the same size of Australia. So when you've got that formula and that amount of people that love cricket, it's definitely a win-win.
Just see that little smile. It's like almost beaming. Have you got your Indian passport yet?
No, I'm still waiting. See anyone out there? I want it. Come on.
Yeah, we applied for it. But just again, talking about Kolkata, you spent 3 seasons there, then another one as part of that dugout. What amazed you the most about that passion that you see at Eden Gardens and in Kolkata?
It's a different style of cricket. So, anywhere from 60 to 100,000 people that view the game, and maybe 200,000 people outside that can't get in because they haven't got a ticket because the place is full. The best place to play cricket, the excitement, they love both teams, and that's the thing, it's not a one-sided affair. They appreciate good cricket, and we always try to put on a good show for them.
Okay, Brett, well, one of the prerequisites for a passport is Hindi. You know a lot of Hindi.
Thoda.
तो आप आगे जाना चाहते हैं, बताना चाहते हैं कि अगली किसकी बातचीत कर रहे हैं? What are we talking about next? It's probably Brett Lee talking in Hindi. Do you want to lead into that?
Let's dub it, okay? Chalo, jolly karo. Let's go.
चलिए देखते हैं. Let's go. चलिए देखते हैं.
Yeah, punch second, quick.
I'm trying to tell him to dub it and he's telling me to go on. चलिए देखते हैं ब्रेट ली हिंदी में कैसे बात कर रहे थे. What a guy.
Brett, you have to go first. जीतने आए हैं.
जीतने आए हैं.
जीत के जाएंगे.
जीत के जाएंगे.
उनमें से हम नहीं, मत जो खाएंगे.
उनमें से हम नहीं,
मात जो खाएंगे.
मात जो खाएंगे.
जीतने आए हैं, जीत के जाएंगे.
जीतने आए हैं, जीत के जाएंगे. Yeah, my Hindi thoda, but I'm learning.
Well, I can't just stay at thoda. How much of it do you remember now?
Thoda. No, you know what? It's funny that when you fly over on the aeroplane and on the back of the chair, when you're looking at different movies and stuff, you can learn different languages. So I often get on there and try and learn a little bit of Hindi. We're just taking a few words every now and then, but it's a hard language. But I love it.
It's beautiful language, isn't it? You've been here far too long.
I love
English.
English is good.
तो वही हम इंग्लिश में ही बात करते हैं तो मुझे उम्मीद है आपको समझ आ रहा है what I'm saying. You're probably understanding. We're moving next. A little bit. Okay. Brett, we've been asking all the fans to send in their questions on Twitter using #nightclub, #ArmyKKR, #AskBrettLee. So let's feature. We've got a couple of questions from Abhishek. The first one, he asks, what's the story behind Binga? That's what Abhishek Iyer wants to ask you.
Well, Binga is a chain of electrical stores in New South Wales called Bing Lee. And I wish I had a more nicer, sexier thing to do around this name, but it's pretty boring. Bing Lee. That was it, Binga.
Nice.
That's it.
Okay, Binga, let's move forward. The next question comes in from Abhishek, and he wants to know what was the feeling in that dugout when you lifted the trophy for the first time?
Incredible, a lot of hard work. You can throw a million different cliches, but when you focus on that end result, and that's to lift the trophy, and Cheryl Khan come flying out of the crowd and lifted everyone up, that was a special moment.
Okay, the next question comes from Karina. You know Karina?
Hi, Karina.
Say, yeah, Karina, I just made your day, Karina. I just made your day. But okay, the question that she asked is an interesting one. If you were still playing in these times, who would be that one batsman that you look forward to bowling at?
Well, let's say if I was playing still, that would make Sachin Tendulkar still, he'd still be playing, of course, if we can look into the future. So to get Sachin Tendulkar nicked, maybe call it Gilchrist.
What about someone who we're just looking at a little Tendulkar 2.0 Virat?
Yeah, look, I think Virat Kohli is going to be the new Sachin Tendulkar. And it's very hard to compare eras, it's very hard to compare plays, but Virat Kohli, I tell you what, he's certainly right up there. Absolutely right up there.
Well, that was fun when you get more than 140 characters to have your answer out. So some lucky fans, भाई 3 fans के question हमने यहाँ पर आज feature किए, लेकिन कोलकाता में और बहुत सारे lucky fans हैं जिनको मौका मिला अपने नाइट से मिलने का जब वो पहुँच गए उनके कॉलेज, और उसी के साथ साथ एक फैन की तो किस्मत चमक गई, उसके तो घर जाके टिकट दी। आइए दिखाते हैं।
College campus is a nostalgic experience for anybody, and it's no different with our KKR superstars. We are today at the JIS in Kolkata that has given our KKR superstars the brilliant opportunity to interact with their fans who are also the students of this organization.
Going back to college. Madness.
Crazy. That's nothing like you see in New Zealand. It's heaps of people here and they love cricket and they want to be a part of it. So it's good to come and put a smile on their face and good to see the smile on the fans of KKR's face. It's really good.
Spreading happiness in this city of joy, the Knight Riders, but also not just some of the younger players, some of the active players, but even CEO Venki Mysore, Wasim Akram, Jack Callis, they too have a lot on their plate. La Martiniere Boys School, जिससे शायद सारे वाकिफ होंगे, a school with great pedigree, ये 3 पहुंच गए वहां for an event called Chat with the Champions. Let's get you a sneak peek.
Of La Martiniere School for Boys. This is one of the oldest schools in Calcutta, and our Knights are here today not only to meet with the cricket team of the school, but also for a roundtable conference called Chat with the Champions, the art of winning. This is a Telegraph event. Let's see what happens.
I think it's really important. It's something that's close to my heart. Is young kids and helping them achieve their dreams and goals. And if learning just a little bit from today does help, then it certainly gives me a lot of joy.
It's always fun. किसी भी स्कूल जब जाता हूँ वापस बड़ा enjoy करता हूँ. मुझे अपना school time याद आ जाता है कि how naughty I was. These kids weren't very naughty, but again I hope they enjoyed. It was great fun, and it's always fun spending time with Venki, Jack, and Sagar.
Talking about the winning ways with some of the men who matter. Sometimes I always, in fact, ask this question. I asked David Hussey and Akash Chopra as well. The role of the CEO. You always get a very good vibe from Venki Mysore. He's involved. The players love him. What is he like?
Oh, he's a terrific guy. Very loyal, down to earth. He's so transparent. So what you see with Venki is what you get. You get some CEOs that are all, you know, they're a little bit sheepish around the team. He's a guy that he's a really nice fella and delivers what he has to do, and he's loved by the team. He's absolutely loved by the guys.
Well, so that's exactly what the team would want to do. Pay back in the right possible manner. That is to start winning. 4 matches to go at home. 4 matches to go for them in this season. The first one, of course, is today against Rising Pune Super Giants. Wish them luck, Brett.
Good luck. Go well. Hope you a lot of Ojitbo, isn't that right?
Ah, there we go. And also the new mantra for this season, that's hashtag AmiKKR. Make sure you use that. Make sure you use hashtag Nightclub. And make sure you continue to watch our offering, which is on every Kolkata Knight Riders match day. Until next time, it's goodbye. And again, best of luck to the Knights.
Oh, shot. Ah! Out, out, out!
44. They need 44 to win. 5 overs.
I mean, kick it.